Rob Reiner eventually reveals Carroll O'Connor's identity at 78. Rob Reiner was born in the Bronx on March 6, 1947. His family practiced storytelling, performance, and creativity. His father, Carroll Reiner, wrote and starred in Your Show of Shows and later created The Dick Van Dyke Show. Rob witnessed comedy, timing, and narrative as a child. It also gave him a natural feel of show business, but he would eventually find his own voice as a filmmaker and performer. Reiner became famous in the early 1970s as Michael Meathead Stike in the revolutionary sitcom All in the Family. Archie Bunker, played by Carroll O'Connor, and his liberal son-in-law were often at conflict. The program was one of the most talked about and socially significant of its time, addressing race, politics, gender norms, and generational conflict through comedy. Reiner was lauded for his performance. It launched his career and given him the courage and notoriety to pursue other artistic pursuits. Reiner remade himself as a versatile director after his breakout television performance, unlike many actors. The 1984 mockumentary This Is Spinal Tap, one of the most beloved comedies ever, was his directorial debut. Its razor-sharp rock culture criticism and deadpan delivery made it seem like a documentary. The picture showed Reiner's ability to convey ridiculous and honest humor, a hallmark of his work. Reiner thereafter directed several notable and profitable films in the 1980s and 1990s. Stand By Me, 1986, a Stephen King novel adaptation, sensitively examined friendship, mortality, and childhood to adulthood. It remains one of the most moving coming-of-age films. He directed The Princess Bride, 1987, a genre-bending film that mixed fantasy, romance, comedy, and adventure. Despite its modest box office result, it became a cult classic and is today one of the most beloved films in movie history. Reiner proved his flexibility again with When Harry Met Sally, 1989, a romantic comedy that reinvented the genre with its smart language, honest study of relationships, and iconic diner scene. A cultural milestone, the picture established his reputation as a filmmaker who could meld humor with genuine human truth. He next starred in the 1992 military trial drama A Few Good Men, demonstrating his ability to handle high-stakes drama like he could comedy and romance. Some of the film's most famous lines, like Jack Nicholson's "You Can't Handle the Truth," have entered American mainstream culture. When Reiner participated in the 1987 pitch-black comedy Throw Mama from the Train alongside Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito, audiences first noticed his flexibility and keen comic timing. He contributed humor and empathy to Nora Ephron's 1993 romantic masterpiece Sleepless in Seattle, showcasing his acting range. In 1994's Bullets Over Broadway, Woody Allen cast Reiner in oddball humor, where he showed he could handle fast-paced dialogue. Reiner then appeared in The First Wives Club, 1996, Primary Colors, 1998, and Ron Howard's satire of reality television EDTV, 1999, cementing his reputation as a reliable and likable supporting actor. Although diverse in tone, Reiner's performances showed his ability to adapt to any story. Reiner regularly starred in his own films, typically in roles that poked fun at Hollywood while telling the story. His role as faux documentarian Marty Diurgi in This Is Spinal Tap, 1984, a comedy film classic, is his most famous. After balancing humor and sympathy in The Story of Us, 1999, and Alex and Emma, 2001, he played a more serious supporting role in Shock and Awe, 2017, his journalism play about reporters probing Bush's Iraq war case. These performances showed his ability to switch between humor and earnestness without losing his edge. Reiner has repeatedly mocked his public persona outside of prescribed assignments. He made fun cameos in comedies like Dickie Roberts' Former Child Star 2003, where he parodied himself to show his self-awareness, and in 30 Rock 2010, when he winked at fans who knew him as a Hollywood insider and sitter. He later captivated a new generation with recurring roles on New Girl 2012-2018, adding depth and heart to the eccentric ensemble cast. He stunned fans in 2013 with a role in Martin Scorsese's The Wolf of Wall Street, holding his own with Leonardo DiCaprio in a chaotic, biting thriller. Reiner continues to remind audiences of his significance in recent years. His poignant tribute and on-camera talk with Dick Van Dyke launched the CBS primetime show Dick Van Dyke, 98 Years of Magic in December 2023, crossing generations of entertainment history. The scene reminded viewers that Reiner is more than a Hollywood character. He links the golden age of television, late 20th century innovative films, and today's entertainment scene. Rob Reiner's two major marriages affected his family and artistic career. Reiner married actress and filmmaker Penny Marshall in 1971, at the height of his acting career and before his directing career took off. Marshall was already famous for her humorous charm and her burgeoning career, which would lead to her work on the iconic sitcom Lever and Shirley, and her triumph as a revolutionary female director in Hollywood. Their marriage united two creative entertainment industry-connected people. Reiner formally adopted Tracy Reiner, Marshall's 1964 daughter from his previous marriage to Michael Henry, during their marriage. Tracy later became an actress, appearing in A League of Their Own, Apollo 13, and Die Hard. Rob Reiner and Penny Marshall separated in 1981 after a decade together, but their relationship shaped Tracy's life and bonded Hollywood's creative community. After their divorce, both remained important in film and television, and their time together is recognized as a time when two pioneering talents shared both personal and professional lives. Several years after his divorce, Rob Reiner's personal life changed again while making one of his most famous films. Reiner met photographer Michelle Singer while producing When Harry Met Sally in 1989. Their chance meeting changed Reiner's life and the film. Reiner said his relationship with Singer motivated him to tweak the movie's ending. He initially planned for Billy Crystal and Ryan to break up without a romance. After falling in love with Singer, Reiner changed his mind and gave When Harry Met Sally the famous happy ending that made film one of the most successful romantic comedies. Reiner married Michelle Singer later that year in 1989 after their cinematic relationship became a lifelong commitment. 3 children were born to them. Jake, born in 1991, followed his father into acting. Nick, born in 1993, a writer who spoke up about personal issues, inspired Reiner's 2015 film Being Charlie, and Romy, born in 1997, the youngest Reiner child. Reiner credits Michelle for bringing joy, balance, and purpose to their stable and loving family. His marriage to Michelle Singer shaped one of his most famous films and inspired him to pursue his varied Hollywood career. Hollywood has given Rob Reiner, a famous director, actor, and activist, many memorable experiences, but working with Carroll O'Connor, who played Archie Bunker on All in the Family, was one of his most formative and memorable experiences. For years, fans wondered how Reiner, who portrayed liberal son-in-law Michael Meathead Stiach, and O'Connor, who played racist but weirdly charming patriarch Archie Bunker, got along. Reiner, 78, has addressed their relationship to dispel speculations. Reiner looked back on All in the Family's early days with amazement and respect. Carroll O'Connor was one of the most brilliant actors I have ever had the privilege of working with, he said. People don't appreciate how much his brilliance and thinking shaped that character. Archie Bunker may have been a one-note cartoon, but Carroll humanized him. He deepened him. He made you despise and slightly understand Archie. That was Carroll's genius. It was long believed that Reiner and O'Connor didn't get along due to their political and generational differences. Some admirers thought the heated scenes reflected real-life conflict. Reiner clarified, "Not a fight off camera. We weren't hostile, quite contrary. We loved each other deeply. Carroll mentored me. Watching him work taught me a lot, how he could control a scene with a glance or pause. In awe of him," Reiner said, playing opposite O'Connor was daunting. "Every sequence with Carroll required my best performance. Without telling me, he encouraged me to improve. His acting standards were so high that you had to rise to them. The show was contentious, covering racism, sexism, war, and politics, sparking intense arguments across America." Reiner praised O'Connor's bravery in the part. Carroll knew his business. He accepted that Archie would irritate people. "I was informed, if people aren't uncomfortable, then we're not doing our job. I carried that throughout my career. My filmmaking has been guided by the belief that art should challenge, not comfort." O'Connor was intelligent, warm, and bashful, according to Reiner. Outside of work, Carroll was extremely different from Archie. He was courteous, gentle, and always read. He was smart. Carroll's true self would shock Archie Bunker fans. He detested bigotry. He loathed Archie's values. He played them honestly, which baffled many. However, Carroll never confused himself. He was aware of his position. Reiner and O'Connor became friends, and Reiner claimed that O'Connor influenced him beyond All in the Family. "He showed me how comedy can expand minds. He taught me that actors must make people feel, even if it's uncomfortable. That informed by Stand By Me and A Good Men directorial efforts. That's Carroll's impact." Reiner reflected when asked what the world should know about O'Connor. "Actually, Carroll O'Connor was one of the kindest men I met in business. Carroll didn't have Archie's qualities, but people felt he did. He cared about people, was generous and supportive. Due to his strength, the world misinterpreted him, but Carroll was nothing like Archie. I'm lucky to have known him." Rob Reiner, 78, speaks from a distinguished career. His tribute to Carroll O'Connor dispels myths and illuminates an actor whose work resonates decades later. "I loved him," Reiner said. "He was my co-star, instructor, friend, and wonderful.